off you go.
Okay, so this is our PowerPoint for Luke Flawn's It's the music video and our plans for it. I am the editor and Connor is the cinematographer.
Right, so the artist, Luke Flawn himself, is a lounge and chill out artist, has been featured in club set playlists in most clubs around the country so far, as well as the new TV series Fleabag. He had credited background music in the TV show itself. There are currently 9 albums on Spotify with his music, with a 10th currently being provided on the way. He has been in the business of making music for over about 10 years and therefore has quite a lot of experience under his belt. He's been in the game for quite a while. With an average of 1,000 views per album on Spotify mainly, this is definitely an up-and-coming artist to look at.
We did a bit of market research from our research. We were able to find out that most of the competitors that are making music are, of course, making similar content to Luke Flawn with a similar audience demographic. Competitors in the industry include artists like Moby, the Aphex Twins, and Bonobo, who are in the same musical genre as techno and ambient. Though we believe that compared to other artists in the consistency of the rate he releases music and content online, he's also been featured on MTV, club sets, compilation albums, and has several other artists and synonyms underneath his belt. There's also been a recent surge in online content on YouTube from the Lo-Fi Music channel and mixes, bringing more popularity to chill-out music to a young demographic. Luke Flawn's target audience are people aged between 30 and 50 years old. His popularity has increased due to his music being included on mixes and compilations. Listeners increase after every album release on music apps like Spotify and Deezer.
Now for our concept of the music video itself. The tone will replicate a 1950s noir film thriller, utilising the genre's imagery and tone and the typical kinds of conventions. The video will have a dark tone and be presented in black and white in a 4:3 aspect ratio. A real crime film from the 1950s period. The location in the music video will mostly be used in a dark room, such as an investigator's boardroom, with one strong overhead lamp sort of light focused on the characters at the desk. Characters will use typical props like smokes, the typical halogen lights, making it more like a classic noir live film. For the concept again of the video, a PI investigates a mysterious murder case, interviewing different suspects around the table. He finds the killer, but the killer gets away killing the investigator himself. There will be framing included in the music video in between, so it will have that general lo-fi, like chilled vibe of the film with the music video on top, and then it will break down with a conversation and the track we are utilising, as we've said, is It's Deep, which is a fast-paced ambient track with distorted voices that will fit the exaggeration, iconography, and in the pace of the video.
Okay. So, what are market research questionnaire-wise? Have you spoken to listeners of music? Have you spoken to his fans?
We've spoken to people saying, like, generally, what other artists would you say have you listened to? And they've said, like, they would listen to, like, again, the Lo-Fi channel on YouTube, as that is a massive popular one.
Right.
They have, like 20 different channels that they broadcast out from that one YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And as well as, like we said, with Moby, Aphex.
Yeah. On the Spotify, there's this thing called like people, like recommendations from the artist. So there's like artists like Aphex Twins.
But you haven't actually done any market research in terms of looking into the audience itself.
I mean, we've done like looking into the artist and sort of like the age demographic and how their music is to listen to in terms of like views and stuff like that.
But you haven't actually asked the audience?
No.
No. Okay, that's what I need to know. Okay, so what seems to be the general genre coast conventions? I know you've got this concept here. Is this typical of lounge, chill-out music?
If you listen to, say, again, coming back to Lo-Fi channel stuff,
yeah.
You'll listen to, again, there'll be like a 3-4 minute video, and halfway through, or during some of it, there'll be clips of distorted voices, and then again, about halfway or 3/4 of the way through, it will just stop with maybe a couple of beats, and it will be like a 30-second conversation between two people, normally like a love story almost.
Right.
And then the beat kicks back in, and then it goes to finish the song.
Okay.
So we want to incorporate that into this sort of video, because they also use it like distorted, almost static effects over the top of those voices.
Okay.
So we feel like that would mix well with a noir genre film.
And
Okay.
the track itself also has that sort of...
Exactly. So
Right,
it would
yeah.
meld into it quite well.
Okay, so your video is kind of in line with
Yeah.
the expected
Yeah.
codes
Yes.
and conventions of those typical types of videos.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the unique selling point of Luke Forlorn?
Well, he releases music. The consistency that he releases content online is very sort of constant, and so he gets a lot of listeners because he's so prolific in that respect. He's also not only is he consistent, but he sort of utilises different themes. A lot of the albums are like concept albums. Creates a lot of things like that. So
Okay.
Constantly on new ideas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Generating new content.
That's so creative, varied. How are you bringing that across in the video though?
Well, with differences, it's kind of hard to say when, of course, you're only doing one song,
Mhm.
and it's from one album, obviously. So, but
What's the concept of that album?
it's just, again, it's
Because you said all these albums are concept albums.
The
So
album
what's-
we're using is, well, the song is from an album called Paramnesia, which is sort of like, Paramnesia is a word for like when you're sort of stuck into a dream.
right.
So the songs sort of go into that sort of dream-like state. That's the sort of...
because
So and is that what you're reflecting within?
yeah, because we're doing a bit like some of the
It's like very surreal.
yeah, because even though again we're doing a noir film style film,
Yeah.
we want some of the shots to be kind of I don't
Almost
know,
like a passage of time.
Yeah.
Like you're not sure if it's
and then
real or not.
going back into what Ben said about being stuck. We're obviously just going to show the PI in general getting stuck, whereas hitting a brick wall metaphorically and getting stuck with the case himself, and then
Right.
still, like we said, the PI getting.
So yeah, go for Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say it. I'm going for a Lynch.
Yeah,
we'll
go
go
back
for a
to the
Lynch in
roots.
effect because actually that by just saying that straight away, you kind of go, yeah, that ticks all the boxes in terms of what you're trying to
Pretty
achieve.
much, yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Lynch in effect. How about proof of concept? Have you got any?
We've got storyboards, and
Okay.
stuff, and you were potentially
Doing
working on
animatics.
animatics.
Okay, have you got that with you today?
I don't have it on with me
We're
at the
still
moment.
working on it.
Still working.
The storyboard's obviously there, it's just the animatic needs to be done.
Okay. Who's starring in your piece?
Well, because I'm filming it, Ben was going to be the
PI.
PI. We're going to get a couple of friends, maybe your girlfriend, as like
My
a,
girlfriend's playing.
as like a
sort
femme
of
fatale
femme
sort of
fatale.
idea. Maybe a brother
My brother
as
yeah.
well. So we've got like 2 or 3 people lined up to be in the questioning chair, so to
Right.
speak, and then Ben will be asking them questions and we'll be going around the table. That's the space.
Is the casting appropriate for a client-based video? Is it more? Is it? Are you doing it out of the fact that the people you've got appearing in it, don't take offence here, Ben,
No.
are quality actors and
Mm.
therefore will bring something to the video, or are you more doing it for convenience?
No, I would personally say it's because we believe they've got something to give.
Yeah, and besides those sort of sequences we're talking about with these characters, they're on screen for not very long. It's sort of about the passage of time, sort of thing, just showing
Okay.
people.
It would be
in
circling
there.
around the table,
Yeah.
and like say, for example, when we go say behind Ben,
Yeah.
it'd be an invisible cut, and now someone else is sat in the chair. That goes behind that person. Now someone else
Okay.
is sat.
It's
in
more
the
about the appearance.
chair.
How we're going to make them look than the
It's showing that
performance
he's
or
asking
necessarily.
so many people again
Okay.
through passage of time. So,
Okay.
but again, we wouldn't just go. I wouldn't personally go
No.
on some just convenience. If we feel like they can bring something to literally the table, then we'll go with that.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just saying, you
Just
need,
Yeah, of course,
you need,
no, yeah, that's fine.
as I say, if you're working for a real client, you've been really, you don't want to
Yeah, of
put
course.
the most naffest actor because
No.
you
No,
have
no, of
access
course
to
you do.
them
No, no.
on screen and then kind of go, yeah. No.
If it comes to like we get to filming and we go, oh, actually this isn't as good, we would change it out.
Okay.
We wouldn't stick with something that's bad because again, that's not a good selling point.
Okay. Okay, that's all my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.